In this video tutorial, we shall take you through the deployment of an Oracle Enterprise Session Border Controller, also known as Acme SBC, as a virtual machine on the VirtualBox hypervisor. We shall walk through the steps to deploy the Oracle SBC on the VirtualBox, including where to download it from, how to deploy it, and the initial commands required to get it fully set up. Oracle Enterprise Session Border Controller or SBC is also called the Acme Packet SBC. It's been 7 years since Oracle acquired Acme Packet, but the name is still fairly popular in the field. The Oracle SBC is available as a software package that can be downloaded and deployed on proprietary hardware like the Acme Packet 4600, 6100, 6300, etc. Or it can also be deployed as a virtual machine on some of the most common hypervisors like VirtualBox, VMware, and KVM. The Oracle SBC virtual machine images are available for download from the Oracle Software Delivery Cloud website after a free registration. Barring a few features, most work with the default license, but you will need to get licenses if you want to commercially deploy it with capacity. So let's get started. As a prerequisite, a working knowledge of voice and collaboration systems is essential to get a better understanding of this tutorial. You will also need a machine with VirtualBox hypervisor installed, and you will need at least a couple of GB of RAM. And if you're installing on a laptop, 8 GB of RAM is required for reasonable performance, considering you'll have both VirtualBox and the virtual machine installed on it. Also, you will need some default passwords, Acme for the user login and Packet for the admin login password. As a first step, go to the Oracle Software Delivery Cloud website, delivery.oracle.com, and log in and search for Session Border Controller. Different kinds of download packages become available. You can either download the DLP or the REL. REL is a specific release, while the DLP comes with multiple associated packages along. Once you add it to the cart, you need to select exactly which platform you want to install it on. Right now we're going to select Acme Packet OS because we're going to install it as a virtual machine. If you're installing it on a hardware, you have to select one of the other available download packages. The estimated size shows 800 MB, but you don't worry, we don't need to download the full package. Accept the license agreements, and if you'd like, you can go ahead and read it. The package provides different images for different hypervisors. We shall download only the Oracle VM image that installs on the Oracle VirtualBox. Just click on the file and that should get downloaded. The download has started, and in a few minutes it's going to finish. Okay, that's about to finish. It's just about 160 MB. Extract the file, and we see that there is an OVF and a VMDK files in the extracted folder. Now we shall just deploy these on an Oracle VirtualBox. In the Oracle VirtualBox Manager, use Import the Appliance option from the File menu. Select the path to the OVF file we just downloaded and hit Continue. We can make a few changes to the virtual machine settings here based on our needs before deployment. The default is for 8 GB of RAM, but we shall proceed with installation using 4 GB RAM and I think a 2 CPU. Let's also give the virtual machine a name first. Let's call it sample OSBC, and let's change the OS to 64-bit. And since we are deploying on an Oracle VirtualBox, let's use Oracle Linux. There it is, Oracle 64-bit. That's all we shall do now. Finally select import. This is going to take a few seconds to deploy. There you go, that's deployed. We need to change the display size of the console. The default display size is too small for readability, so I'm going to scale it by a factor of 300% so that the content on the screen is visible. Now that's done, let's start up the virtual machine. And here it goes. This will take a couple of minutes to deploy. It will run through the startup process. The Oracle SBC or the Acme Packet SBC is the market leader in the space. It's consistently at number one and always in the top 3 with regards to the market share. From a development and training perspective, it's very nice that these softwares are easily available for download and don't require any kind of special licenses. But if you do want to install it in production environment, you will need to get the necessary licenses for session capacity. In a typical field deployment, you might find that these SBCs are actually installed on hardware boxes, either a 4600 or a 6300, etc. Depending on the capacity requirements. Once the VM is up and running, the Oracle SBC will show a password prompt. After entering the default password, the passwords will have to be changed the first time we log in. By default, there are only 2 users on Oracle SBC. One is user and the other is admin. There is no provision to add any other local users. Oracle SBC supports Radius and TechAx for external authentication and authorization if you need more users. So while this is getting installed, okay, there we go. We got the password prompt. The default password for the user is Acme, all small case, that is ACME. Oops, sorry, let me get it right. Now we have to change the default password, and it requires lowercase, uppercase, numerals, punctuation. Here we configure the new password. And voila, we have the prompt. This is the normal user mode, and we need to get into the admin mode to make any real configurations. So we type the command enable, and we need to enter the default password packet, PACKET. Then we repeat the process of setting a new password for the admin mode too. We have installed the system in place, but it's not yet set up to work. Use the setup product command to finish the SBC setup. The SBC software we are running Setting up can be configured to run in any one of 6 different flavors or modes. The first is a session border controller mode, which is an SBC mode designed for the telecom operator market. The session router modes are designed to work purely as a proxy or B2B UA mode. It can also be used as a load balancer, and finally it can be configured to be used as an SBC within an enterprise. Select 5 to configure it as an enterprise session border controller and save it. Use the command show entitlements to check and make sure the licenses are enabled for the same. Finally, save and activate the configuration and reboot the system. And this will take a couple of minutes. Okay, and with that, the setup of an Oracle session border controller is finished. Voila. Now there's other stuff that we can do, but that's probably stuff for a different tutorial video. Thank you for sticking with me. Have a good day.